week 2 from our recent trip down to Orlando, Florida, and the beautiful and expansive PGA merchandise show.
Certainly, I appreciate the opportunity that I had to coach him for 6 years, and you know, I realized
I enjoy what I do, trying to find a balance, and certainly trying to continue to achieve the goals I have, what I say, outside the ropes.
That's pretty flashy.
I would say they're a little more high-end.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf, along with Ellen Kaloje. I'm Harry Donahue, and today we continue week 2 from our recent trip down to Orlando, Florida, and the beautiful and expansive PGA merchandise show.
And there was so much to see down there, just a lot of excitement. And we're going to talk to 2 of golf's biggest names. The first one is arguably the first lady of golf, Annika Sorenstam.
And the other is Hank Haney. You know, for years, Hank was Tiger Woods' swing coach. They had a little split. Since then, Hank wrote a book. It's called The Big Miss. It's not exactly going over in a big way with Tiger Woods, but we'll talk to Hank about that and what he thinks about Tiger's reaction to his book. So, it's coming up from Orlando, Inside Golf, next. Inside Golf is brought to you by Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, by Nike Golf, and by the Philadelphia Section PGA.
To the duffers, the hacks, we've been there.
To the 3 and 4 putters, we learned.
And to the rough riders and sandmen, we're ready to teach you.
To everybody out there who thinks they can't play the game, the over 28,000 PGA golf professionals say, we're here to help you discover or rediscover the joys of golf. To you, and you, and you, we're here.
The Philadelphia Section PGA is here to teach you. Play golf, Delaware Valley.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yuengling Light Lager from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues. Still a little chilly here in the Philadelphia area. Not exactly golf weather, is it?
Not yet, but you know, we may need some gloves today, but down south things are a little different.
Well, they are a little bit warmer, but there is a chill, as we found out, between Tiger Woods and Hank Haney. Hank was at the recent PGA merchandise show talking about his new book, The Big Miss, about his relationship with Tiger Woods, which has since dissolved, and Tiger's not too happy about it.
I'm dying to read that book, but he's also talking about his new line of shoes. We've all worn Crocs, we all know what they look like, and you may not think of them, though, in terms of golf.
Well, maybe not, but Hank is, and he's here to talk about his relationship with the new Crocs golf shoes. When you hear the name Hank Haney, normally you would say, well, great golf coach, but now, footwear. Hank, Crocs, and golf shoes.
exactly.
Where did this come from?
You know, some of my friends are affiliated with Crocs and have been in the past, and they were talking about doing a golf shoe line and asked me if I would kind of consult with them and help them out with the marketing. So I met with all the shoe designers at Crocs, and we talked about what I thought we should have in golf shoes, and they came together with some designs, and these are their first, you know, shoes that are going to be in the Crocs line this year. It's going to be available on March 15th, and I'm pretty excited about it because we just got awarded the best new product of the merchandise show, and we're just thrilled to death to be recognized.
So this is hot off the presses.
Yep.
This is the bottom with, well, what, plastic spikes?
Yeah,
or
rubber.
Something close to it, rubber.
Yeah.
And they're so light.
Yeah,
I mean, how many ounces?
Yeah, not many. I mean,
not many
you know, probably about 8 or 9 ounces. But you're going to probably have the lightest golf shoe on the market today. I mean, this is certainly in this category. It's incredibly light. It's incredibly comfortable. Of course, Crocs is known for making comfortable shoes, and now, you know, they're bringing it to golf shoes. So the construction is such that it's very light, very comfortable. Feels incredibly good under your foot.
I was going to say, when you're out there, I mean, playing or just, you know, hitting balls, how do they feel?
They feel incredible. You know, it feels like you're just like walking on a pillow. So it feels like you're walking on Crocs. You know, that's what they're known for, is comfort. And you know, there's plenty of stability to you know, make a good golf swing. But
and they come in different colors.
Yeah,
different varieties.
Yeah, different styles.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel with the like a thinner sole that you're closer to the ground? I mean, somebody said maybe it'll help read the contour of greens
well, you
better.
you do read the greens by your stance a little bit. You know,
right.
you feel the slope underneath your feet. So that's something that every person who plays golf and reads greens well probably can feel the breaks with their feet. So hopefully you feel the ground a little better with these, and it's at least going to feel a little softer, and hopefully, you know, it'll help you with that too. But there's a lot of different styles, and the price point's great. These are $99, these are $89, and
so they're right in range.
Yeah, they're very reasonable,
and the guys in the locker room will still have to. They won't apply any polish, but they'll still have to clean them up for you once in a while.
Exactly.
Hey, you say these are coming out. Something else that's coming out.
Yeah.
A new book by Hank Haney. Talk about.
I wondered if you were going to ask about that.
Yeah, well, it seems to be a topic of conversation, especially with some people more than others.
Exactly. Well, you know, I mean, I'm very excited about it. I mean, obviously, when you have an opportunity to observe greatness like I did for so many years, you know, you just enjoy talking about it. People ask me all the time about Tiger Woods. What was it like to work with him? What was he like? You know, what made him so great? And you know, my book is a little bit of all that and more. And it's honestly, I'm really proud of it. It's a great read. When you pick it up, you're not going to want to put it down. You're going to, you know, learn some interesting things, and you know, I can't wait for it to come out on March 27th.
Well, I know Tiger has said, you know, he's not interested in the book, and he alluded to the fact that maybe it was just an opportunity for yourself, somebody, to gain profit from it.
Right.
But from what I understand, you're not attacking Tiger Woods.
Well, I mean, you know, he'll have to read the book, if he will, and make his own decision. But you know, I feel like I wanted to write a fair and honest book, and it certainly wasn't meant to be any kind of a takedown book.
It's not a show and tell or anything like that.
No, it's not a show and tell book. It's not a takedown book. I mean, you know, obviously Tiger. The last 3 years I helped Tiger, he won 45% of his tournaments. So you know, the overwhelming majority of the book is going to be very, very positive because you know, I observed greatness. And I feel like, you know, he's just the most incredible golfer that I think's ever played the game. So, yeah, it's a great read. It's a lot of insight into coaching, and you know, some great stories that happen along the way. And you know, I really feel like, you know, my goal, like I said, was just to be, you know, real fair and honest and paint a clear picture. I feel like I did that.
If you saw Tiger right now, if he came up here today, obviously you'd recommend that he read the book before he commented on it.
Yeah.
But do you think, you know, your relationship will grow apart or closer? Maybe after
well,
he
I mean,
reads
I don't
the book?
know. I mean, I hope he reads the book and finds something in it that would help him. But you know, I don't know. I mean, that will have to be up to him. You know, it's certainly I appreciate the opportunity that I had to coach him for 6 years, and you know, I realize that it's, you know, had a tremendous impact on my career. You know, I felt privileged to just be there with him. So you know, I hope that that everything is okay, but you know, that's up to him more than me.
Do you ever envision today that you and Tiger Woods would work again together?
No. I mean, Tiger was my last student, and I'm done coaching.
Really?
Yeah. So I knew when I started with Tiger that he was going to be my last student. I was going to do my best I could. We worked together for 6 years. It was a great time. You know, he had some great results. But yeah, you know, I'm done coaching touring pros.
Now it's into selling shoes.
Yeah, I'm selling shoes.
And giving TV shows, helping hackers like myself.
There you go.
Get on TV and embarrass ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this season of the Haney Project too. I've got a new format.
A little
this year.
format change, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have 4 students instead of 1. Going to see who improves the most, and we're supposed to announce pretty soon who the participants are. But it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
You always have to have a different twist.
Yeah,
you know
a little
that,
different twist. A little different twist. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, pleasure meeting
thanks,
you.
Harry.
Good luck with Crocs and the show and everything else.
I appreciate it.
The great Hank Haney, everybody. I think everybody's going to have their own personal reaction to Hank Haney's book. Coming up, we'll be hearing from our Teed Off panel. They'll chime in on what they think about the big miss and Tiger's reaction.
But before that, we're going to hear from golf's first lady, Annika Sorenstam. She recently won what's called the Academy Award of Golf. We're going to hear from her and her reaction to that prestigious award. That's coming up on Inside Golf.
If 5 friends are having a light beer and they all put their drinks down in the same place, how long will it take to find the Yuengling Light Lager? About that long, because the rich amber color of Yuengling Light Lager makes it stand out from the rest. The true lager flavor, however, makes it disappear. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yuengling Light Lager, from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
You know, on the business side, which I think relates to this award, the Annika Academy, which is only 20 minutes from here. This is a place where I share my passion for golf and fitness. Also working with the coaches that helped me to reach the top. We talked about the wine. Got a nice little Chardonnay, a nice little Syrah, and you know, clothing line with Cutter & Buck. It's been in the works for about 6 years. Very proud of that collection. Also golf course design, which is something I think is a hot topic at the moment. Something that we're working very hard on. It's just a few of the things I'm working on, and of course the foundation is more the non-profit organization that's really committed to the kids in this community. I want to make sure that the kids are healthy today, that they live an active and nutritious life, that they make the right choices so that we can stop this obesity trend in this country. We give different grants to schools in the community to get PE back into the programs. We want to inspire kids when they're not in school, when they're after school programs, just to be active and again, pay attention to what you put in your system.
With Annika Sorenstam, congratulations. You're being honored at the Merchandise Show for Business Achievement Award. And I know your life outside of golf is probably busier than when you were playing competitively. You got the family, you got everything else going on down there. Talk a little bit about it, Annika.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I stepped away from competitive golf, 3 years ago and started to dig in some passions of mine and, on the business side and, which includes an academy, golf course design, foundation work and wine, clothing, and a few other things.
Sounds like the plate's pretty full.
Yeah, and then
and motherhood.
My family, which is, number one in my life.
Sure.
I'm lucky to have a husband that's very supportive in what I do, and he works with me, so it makes it easier. But then we have 2 little ones that keeps us busy. So, life is good. I really enjoy what I do, trying to find a balance and certainly trying to continue to achieve the goals I have, what I say, outside the ropes.
Talk about your foundation a little bit. What exactly does the foundation do?
Well, we do a lot of things, but one of the things that we do is all about kids. We want to teach and inspire them to live healthy and an active lifestyle. Also give out scholarships. Also host junior golf tournaments around the world. We're in China, we're in Europe, and then here in the U.S. So, some different levels. I mean, mostly on on the fitness side, we try to get PE back into the programs in schools. Unfortunately, everything is getting cut, and kids are not active, and we see an obesity rate in this country that's high as it's ever been. And if you continue to look at this, the life expectancy will be shorter than today. So it's really alarming. So those are some of the efforts that we have.
Great. Congratulations again. I know you got your award to pick up, but thanks for joining us.
Thanks to the winners. So thank you very much and enjoy the show.
Chet Walsh is no stranger to Philadelphia golf. This guy is one of the best amateur players, and I don't know how he gets time to hone his game because he's also a rep for Yamaha in Philadelphia. What's your exact title, Chet?
I'm the regional manager of Golf Cart Specialties, and we're Yamaha's exclusive distributor for Eastern Pennsylvania, all of New Jersey, all of Delaware, Maryland, and parts of Virginia and West Virginia.
There you go. So how do you get time to play golf as well as you do?
I have a very good boss who gives me more freedom and flexibility, but also a wonderful wife that allows that opportunity.
Now, here we are at the Merchandise Show, and I have to assume these are the state-of-the-art, the new line of Yamaha golf carts. Tell me a little bit, when people think golf carts, they think, well, how much have golf carts changed over the years? You would be the man to answer that question.
I would like to think that we like to think of ourselves as the experts. So if a club calls us up and says, hey, what do you think? Hopefully we're the guys that can answer all their questions.
Well, Chet, this is one of the new line of Yamaha golf carts, and you know what? This feels probably more comfortable than a car I owned 5 years ago. This thing is really nice. It's got a nice ride to it, nice suspension, the whole deal.
Actually, Yamaha in 2007 came out with this YDR car called the Drive. And they actually spent time with BMW and helping them design the golf car for comfort, for sleek, sport look. Yamaha maybe always didn't get the look from all the high-end private clubs because maybe they felt the golf car wasn't quality enough for them. Once we came out with this golf car, it actually opened up a lot of doors and nationally improved Yamaha's market share by 5%.
Looking around here at your little display area, I see different colors. I mean, traditionally, you had a white golf cart or a green golf cart, and that was it. Maybe once in a while somebody would put a red golf cart out there.
You still would find that for us as golf car specialties, we're probably doing 80% of our cars in the white car. It's the lowest dollar amount, but it's also the easiest to keep clean. Because when you get into a colored golf car, you start getting labor intensive, water spots. Not everybody's water's the same, and if they don't have the manpower to keep those cars when they're turning them over to wipe them down, then you have that appearance. And that's obviously a big thing, especially with the private clubs, with the product they're trying to provide.
And I look around at the wheel covers on some of these carts. That's pretty flashy.
I would say they're what I would call they're a little more high-end that you would get on your regular everyday car. But there is still, we've had a lot of comments about whether we have spinners on our wheels on some of our new cars. If you look at behind us there, you have more of the standard one with that gold hubcap that we sell it in a straight chrome, but it jumps out at people versus what used to be on the golf cars.
Well, my son used to say, Dad, it's not how you play, it's how you look. And sometimes how you look makes you play better. And sometimes, I guess, when you ride around on some of these fancy wheel covers, hey, who knows?
Hey, if you look good, you feel confident.
Whatever makes you feel better out there.
Exactly.
Chet, always a pleasure. Get out and play a little more, okay?
I'll try. I'll work on my wife a little bit more.
Nobody's ever happy with their book. They never are. They always complain about, well, you shouldn't.
To the duffers, the hacks, we've been there.
To the 3 and 4 putters, we learned.
And to the rough riders and sandmen, we're ready to teach you.
To everybody out there who thinks they can't play the game, the over 28,000 PGA golf professionals say, we're here to help you discover or rediscover the joys of golf. To you, and you, and you, we're here.
The Philadelphia Section PGA is here to teach you. Play golf, Delaware Valley.
Guests of Inside Golf enjoy dining at Sin Sin, the popular Asian fusion restaurant located on Germantown Avenue in the heart of scenic Chestnut Hill.
And now it's time for Teed Off, brought to you by Yuengling, America's oldest brewery.
He is quite hurt that, Tiger called him.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues with Teed Off, and today we're at Newtown, Bucks County, at the Green Parrot Restaurant and Pub right on Sycamore Street, right dead in the middle of beautiful Newtown. And our panel today has Joe Logan. Joe is with myphillygolf.com. Steve Javie, for 25 years, was the top official in the NBA. I don't know how many finals you did, but I know you did a lot of them. And he's also a resident of Newtown. And Tony Leodora, host of Golf Talk Live, Saturday mornings, 7 a.m. on WNTP. Gentlemen, Hank Haney has written a book about his time with Tiger Woods. I don't know how many years, 6, 7 years. He was the swing coach, several majors. The title of the book is The Big Miss. And Joe, Tiger, we know, is not too happy about it, says he's not even going to read it, and he's upset by the fact that he thinks Hank Haney's trying to make money off of him. What's your take?
I actually saw Hank at the PGA show and talked to him at length about this thing. And one of the things he said was, if I know anything about Tiger Woods, it's that he reads everything. And so he,
even though he says he doesn't.
Right. And he is quite hurt that Tiger called him unprofessional for writing this book, that he shouldn't have done it. But Hank's position is, these aren't just Tiger's memories. They're my memories too. I have 50% of them. I'm entitled to tell my side of the story. And and he picked the guy that he asked to write the book with him, Jaime Diaz, just got the Lifetime Achievement Award from the PGA of America. He's like a class act, good guy, great writer. Neither one of them set out to write a book that's really out of school, that tells a lot of tales about Tiger. Tiger hasn't read it yet. He doesn't know what's in it. In fact, I asked Hank, did he even know you were writing it? And he said, I don't think so. No. So we'll see.
Your take, Tony?
Well, I had it wrong from the start. When I heard the book was The Big Miss, I thought it was a biography of Laura Davies, but it wasn't. So when I caught up to speed with it, I agree completely. The line that blows me away, and I remember it from my newspaper days when I'd write a column that somebody didn't like, and they call in and they'd be complaining, and I said, well, did you read it? And they say, well, no, but somebody told me. And right then, they'd get that far, and I say, read it, call me back, you
whatever.
Bang.
Yeah.
You know, that,
well,
and,
he
and
will
Tiger,
read it,
well,
but
then,
he'll probably still have the same opinion because, Joe, you know, and Tony, from talking to Hank Haney, I mean, Tiger's upset that somebody maybe is making money, he thinks, off of him. Now, what about Hank Haney? I mean, didn't he do anything to help Tiger Woods? He won like 6 or 7 majors with the
No
guy.
doubt, Harry, and he worked for Tiger and with Tiger. And I think that he should have the opportunity to write about his experiences. I'm sure if Tiger reads the book, as Joe says, he might even say, you know what, it's not a bad book. There's no doubt. But I thought Tony was going to say on The Big Miss, I thought you were going to say Bernard Longer. I really did.
That was the little miss.
That was the little miss. That's true, too.
Little Miss had turned into a big one.
miss.
Yeah, you know, but you know, that was another thing that Larry Guest. I had him on the radio show the week before, and he talked about this, having talked with Haney. He did a book on Payne Stewart. He did one on Palmer. He said, nobody's ever happy with their book. They never are. They always complain about, well, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that, which has me a little bit, because when I do the Confessions of an NBA Referee, that book, I'm afraid that I may lose a friend.
Well, you have to write it. You be the Jaime Diaz, and he'll be the Hank Haney, right?
I'm not going to read it, though, Tony. I'm not reading it. I'm not reading it.
Remember when Barkley was unhappy with his autobiography?
What's that?
Remember when Barkley was unhappy with his autobiography?
He said he was misquoted.
Yeah, he was misquoted.
Right. Right, exactly.
Well, you guys are writers. I mean, if you had a chance, who would you like to write a biography of, or you know, help on an autobiography? Anybody
I got
in
my
the
heart
world of
set on
golf?
Tony.
Yeah.
Of modern day golfers.
Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever approached a golfer?
I have had conversations with someone.
Really?
Yes.
Can you share with us who you're talking
someone
about?
who is accomplished player who thought he was too young, that he had not achieved enough in life yet to tell his story. Said, you know, stay tuned. We'll see.
Okay, that sounds like an interesting project. And speaking of interesting things, Ellen Cologe is at the bar, and somebody out there has a question for Steve Javie.
All right, thank you, Harry. We're here with Brian Poppin. Brian, where are you from?
Sacramento, California.
Wow, you've come a long way for the Green Parrot. And what is your question for Steve Javie?
Steve, I wanted to know which 2 teams will be in the NBA Finals this year.
A lot of thought goes into this because with the season being condensed as it is, I'm looking at a younger team that can stay healthier than an older team, okay? I'm looking in the West Conference for Oklahoma City possibly, because I really believe with their young nucleus, if they stay healthy, and they've been on the verge of getting to that next level each year. They almost beat the Lakers, you know, a couple of years ago, and I think Oklahoma City in the West, and in the East, I think Miami's a clear favorite in the East. Chicago's going to give them a run, I believe, because with Derrick Rose alone, who is a sensational superstar in our league, and a sensational young man, I think Chicago's going to give them a run, but I think Miami against Oklahoma City.
And the only thing missing will be having Steve Javie work in the finals again.
That I'll miss.
You're going to miss that, no doubt. Hey, thanks for joining us today from the Green Parrot in beautiful Newtown, Bucks County. Inside Golf continues with more in just a moment. Looking for a comfortable dining and get-together spot in historic Bucks County? Welcome to the Green Parrot Restaurant and Pub in Newtown. The kitchen features wood-burning stoves, specials for lunch and dinner daily, a wine list that features more than 60 offerings, and there are 24 different draft beers. All this in one very unique place, the Green Parrot on Sycamore in beautiful Newtown.
I'm 9 now, but when I was 8, I'd do things I wasn't supposed to.
You don't talk when people are putting.
Always repair the ball mark.
You keep your own scores, so you have to know how to add. And you gotta tell the truth.
Put a golf club in kids' hands and watch them grow.
If you do certain things that you're not supposed to, you get a shot added to your score. You don't want to do those things.
The First Tee teaches kids values that will impact their communities and the rest of their lives.
If it wasn't for golf, I'd be like my friends, a couch potato.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Another familiar face from the Philadelphia area, Medford Village Country Club pro, Leo DeGisi, former president of the Philadelphia section of the PGA, and now I know you're involved nationally. Leo, you've been coming here how many years?
32 years now, since 1980.
1980. It's grown a little bit, hasn't it?
It certainly has. I've seen it grown considerably. I've seen it at the Contemporary at Disney World, where you went from the small Contemporary hotels to rooms, and even a year or two down in Miami Beach, and to now to the Orange County Convention Center, which has grown exponentially over the 32 years.
Yeah, it sure has, and it seems like all the golf manufacturers and the industries related to the golf, they have to be here every year and exhibit their wares and all the new product lines and things like that. Are they getting really more and more aggressive in terms of what they do for guys like yourself?
Well, they certainly are. The customers are hard to get, and they know that the green grass golf professional is very important to their business model. And they're aggressively marketing to us, and they want to reach us and reach our customers.
Well, and you're a prime example. You're not only a pro, but also somebody that's on the executive committees and everything like that. How is golf, the state of golf right now? If you were to give a mini State of the Union address on golf and the golf industry, what would you say?
Well, golf is flat, but I think it's. I think we've hit the bottom, and with Golf 2.0 and everybody being aware of the problem, not only the golf professionals, but the other industry sellers, they know that they can't do the same thing. You have to be aggressive. You have to go after everybody, all the demographics, young to old, boys and girls, everybody, to get them out to play golf.
Creativity when it comes to attracting new golfers and keeping those who are in the game and have been for some time interested and able to still play the game, right?
That is correct. Everybody, you need to attract them, you need to make it fun. It's no longer, yes, the core is very important to our business, but it's getting new golfers in to play and become core golfers. That's what we're rolling out with the PGA of America program with Golf 2.0.
All right, well, Leo, the good weather's coming back to Medford, I know, so enjoy it while you can, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Leo is actually one of several Philadelphia pros that I ran into at the PGA Merchandise Show. And in 2 weeks, more from Orlando, and also a great destination golf course. It's nearby Disney World. It's called Mystic Dunes. Play and stay, and you can bring the kids literally seconds away from Disney World.
What a perfect location. But next week, we're going to be highlighting the North Coast Golf Show. It's kind of Philadelphia's version of the Merchandise Show.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. For Ellen Kaloje, I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next week on Inside Golf. Inside Golf has been brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery, by Nike Golf, and by the Philadelphia Section PGA.